So we just got a legendary announcement. Anime Expo 2019 is going on, and there was a booth, a panel, where they revealed huge plans for a classic. Now, some of you may have never heard of this, but your boy ForneverWorld is gonna put you on right now, because if you ain't hear about this, this is a classic. Every anime fan should at the very least have watched or owned, because there's two big pieces of information. And also, in case you think you know everything about the Akira thing, you might be oh yeah, I spoiled it already, gosh darn it. Let's just jump into it.
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like.
So yes, people, there has been some huge Akira news, but there's also been a little bit of a misunderstanding. So if you heard about the Akira news and you think you know exactly what's going on, you might not have all the info, so again, stay tuned. But essentially, the first piece of news, legendary, absolutely legendary, a classic anime film, Akira. They're remaking the original film. Let's start off with that. They're remaking the original film with a 4K remaster. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I own Akira on DVD, Blu-ray. I want to say I own it twice on DVD and once on Blu-ray. I was about to say it like if I had a million copies of it, but I paid for it a couple different times. 4K experience, though. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm imagining they're going to put some time and effort into this one, simply because a digital restoration frame by frame in 4K, that's a tall order. This is a movie from what, like the 80s, I believe? Is it 88? We'll read the article in a second, but this is an older film, so to be remastered in 4K, it definitely needs to be handled with pristine care. This is a classic we're talking about, people. Again, Akira, in case you don't know about it, you need to watch it, but hey, maybe you might want to wait for the 4K if you haven't had the experience yet. It's a freaking classic for a reason. It inspired a lot of things. You know, that whole Naruto, Sasuke! Yeah, Akira did it first, boy. But there's also a second piece of news. And again, we're going to read the article. Just chill, give me a second. They initially announced, because Akira, the original source material, is like some giant mangas. I can't remember how many of them. There was either like 4 to 6, but these huge books. Very, very big story. Obviously, you cannot properly adapt all of that material into one film. So, even though the film's a classic, the source material is not all represented in it. So, from the initial announcement, they said that they were going to do a brand new anime based off of Akira. That was the initial announcement. I ain't gonna lie, I almost wet myself. I was like, oh! Yeah, I know, disturbing image. Anyway, I was really, really hyped. But they had to put an asterisk on it, and that's when I was like, yo, what are you doing to me? Why are you playing with my emotions like that? Okay, I thought I was about to have all of that, because I ain't gonna lie, I never even bought the manga because it's pretty freaking expensive too. That was one thing that I was like, one day I'm gonna get it, but it's expensive. But when I heard this announcement, I was going through the roof. But apparently, they came out and said that it wasn't specified the format that this new Akira that they're creating is going to be in. Let's read the full article. I believe they also have the update of this, and we'll talk some more. But regardless of what, Akira baby 2019, give me some! Manga creator and anime director Katsuhiro Otomo announced at his Anime Expo panel on Thursday that a new anime project of his, Akira manga, is in the works. Sunrise president and CEO Makoto Asanuma apologized for the short teaser presented at the panel, and while the staff is still developing the project, Asanuma said that they want to incorporate the entirety of the manga's story. So again, everybody was going crazy. We'll keep reading, but everybody was going crazy, like, yo, new anime, this and that. But again, they said that they didn't specify. Let's keep reading. The earlier 1988 anime film will also receive a 4K remaster next spring in Japan, which we'll get it probably either that year or later that year, to avoid reverse importation or whatever. The 4K remaster will also receive a release in the United States. Never mind, they'll probably do it simultaneously. Awesome. Otomo's original science fiction action manga is set in Neo Tokyo. For the noobs that don't know about Akira, let me walk into it. I'll hold your hand, dog. Don't worry. A city rebuilt after being destroyed in a mysterious explosion. The manga ran in Kodansha's weekly Young magazine from 1982 to 1990. Mind you, this is a graphic story, by the way. This is back when you could put shit... Well, I guess that was a seinen magazine. Scratch that. Otomo directed his own animated film adaptation that premiered on July 16th, 1988, the same day that the story has the fictional Tokyo being destroyed. Also funny because if I'm not mistaken, don't they talk about the 2020 Olympics being in Japan and all that? Creepy! Because that was like 1988, unless they had that shit down packed since then, which I guess that would make sense. Like, they know what they're going to do for the next 20, 30. They got long plans for this shit. Let's keep going. Warner Brothers announced a live-action film adaptation of the manga in 2008 with Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok, directing the film. The film will open on May 21st, 2021. Oh, so they actually are going through with the live action. Because I remember, I mean, I'm talking about since I started YouTube, people talking about, yeah, Akira live action, they're working on it. So they actually have a release date for it next, or not 2 years from now. This better be good, because it's been in the works for too long. And with the update, which this update doesn't have everything, but in the update it says the 4K remaster will ship in Japan on April 24th, 2020. Now, I was on Twitter, and this is where it gets a little bit confusing, because I was on Twitter, and I want to say it was Crunchyroll, forgive me if I'm mistaken, but a very, very reliable source said that they actually did not specify that it would be an anime series. So a lot of people reported and talked about, like, yo, we're getting like possibly a 13 to 26 episode series, which my heart would explode in excitement for that, don't get me wrong, but they had to confirm that it was not announced that it would be something along the lines of that. So there's a possibility that we could possibly get maybe like a trilogy of films. I would dig it. Give me a trilogy of 2-hour, very incredibly done animated pieces. Now, I'm a little skeptical in a sense, because in '88 they did this shit by hand. They didn't have, like, you know, CGI wasn't really a big thing. Now CGI, they shoved CGI in damn near everything. And Akira is a very, very like, the animation to this day is still some of the best stuff I've ever seen. So it has very huge shoes to fill, whatever format we get, whether it's like 3 movies, 6 movies, you know, whatever, a full-length anime series of 12 to 26 episodes, whatever it may be. They have huge shoes to fill, because Akira, you know, they're releasing it or re-releasing it on 4K. They're releasing the live action. They definitely want to bring back this property, but also, I do not want a CGI mess. When Tetsuo and all that shit goes down, I don't want CGI up the yin-yang. Please don't do that to me. But honestly, for Akira fans, for anime fans that have been, you know, rocking with this for a long time, this is huge news. We're getting new Akira redone, being faithful to the manga, the source material. We're getting a remaster of the old movie in 4K, and to top it all off, they finally announced a release date for the live action, May of 2021. This is gonna be great. I think they purposely waited, though, because of the whole 2020 Olympics thing. I think that's why they were like, all right, we're gonna sit on this, and then bam, here we go. Kind of curious what you guys think about this, though. For newbies that never experienced the legend of Akira, are you excited for this? Are you gonna check it out? I mean, if you are interested, this is 100% the best time to check it out. Maybe I'd argue, because I like to dabble in the way, you know, I experience different things. Maybe wait, check what they're gonna do first, see what it is. If the response is good on the new one, then check out the new one so you can just get a brand new experience, and then maybe go back and watch the old film. Don't get me wrong, the old film, one of the best anime films of all time, but you know, when it comes to spoilers and stuff like that, that film is going to obviously spoil a lot of things of whatever they're going to do when they do this faithful adaptation. Either way, Akira, baby, it's gonna be hype. I can't freaking wait. Tetsuo! But that's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Please hit the bell to get all notifications. And of course, if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy! Bow! Have an awesome day. I'm sorry, I'm too hype off this. Can't forget the music, though. Let's play something, baby. Let's rock out!
Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. For now it's whatever. One day I'll be your favorite for never. No matter how you feel, yeah.